Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's I, the Reluctant Gringo, back again with another video. And today we're going to talk about Kraven the Hunter. That's right, a film that doesn't come out until August, but it's in the news. Why? Well, first, to talk about Kraven the Hunter, we have to ask ourselves this question: how bad was Madame Web? How much did it negatively affect the film industry? The answer to that is this: Madame Web's failure has had and will continue to have detrimental consequences on the film industry and in the psyche of audiences in general. Madame Web's historical flop is so bad, Aaron Taylor Johnson is already in full damage control for his upcoming film, Kraven the Hunter, based on the major villain in the Spider-Man universe. Let's face the facts. The Sony Spider-Verse is in terrible shape, if not completely DOA at this point. Following the disaster that was Madame Web, the train wreck that was Morbius, the lukewarm reception of the second Venom film with Carnage, and not a lot of hype or great word of mouth for the upcoming third installment, as well as the continuing uncertainty around whether or not Spider-Man as a character will be properly used going forward, because of the difficult relationship between Sony and Disney. It is no wonder why Johnson is now giving interviews that border on pleading and begging to give his Kraven film a chance. Releasing in late August, not exactly the height of summer movie blockbuster timing, everything about this movie has everything going against it. Aaron Taylor Johnson is not exactly the kind of leading man that drives audiences into theaters. He's a fine actor. He's just not reached that marquee status yet. He has the tools to do so. He just has to find the right vehicle to get him there. And I don't think Kraven the Hunter is going to be that vehicle. With fatigue for mediocre superhero films infecting the general movie-going public, the history of the Sony Spider-Verse not having the greatest track record, not many people knowing who Kraven is outside of comic book nerds who will be the most critical of this film if it does not maintain fidelity to the source material, and now the lead actor having to plead for audiences to give it a chance and to believe in his choices as an artist? Quote, "I think there is something unique about this character and something real. We are all tired of seeing certain studio films and certain types of pop culture where things are produced that dilute the desire to go to the movies. I wouldn't have signed on for this if I felt that, quote, there was nothing special about bringing this character to life." It is clear that Johnson already sees the writing on the wall and that his movie may already be a failure on many levels even before it's given a chance to be seen. The thing is this: Johnson is correct in what he's saying. If there is a reason why theaters are not packing them in weekend after weekend, it's because audiences have learned that the films they are seeing are mostly mediocre at best, and the experience of that has given audiences the permission and the impetus to look elsewhere for entertainment, including the multitude of streaming services they can watch in the comfort of their own home. But there's not much that Johnson can do to combat this sentiment, and unfortunately, the momentum downward may be too much for his film to endure. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Are you looking forward to this film? Did the trailer interest you at all? And are you done with the Sony Spider-Verse at this point, ready to move on to something else? As always, I'm your Reluctant Gringo, and from south of the border, salut and a huevo.